Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. Basis. What is basis? Not baseball basis, futures basis. Basis is futures price of a contract used minus spot price of item to be hedged. What does that mean? The basis should be zero at the futures contract expiration if the asset to be hedged and the asset supporting the futures contract are the same. The basis can be either positive or negative prior to expiration. It is not always the case that the spot price and the future price fluctuate by the same amount over time. Thus, the basis is altered. We refer to a rise in the basis as a strengthening of the basis and a fall in the basis as a weakening of the basis. To examine the nature of the basis risk, we will use the following notation. Spot price at time 1, spot price time 2, future price time 1, future price times 2, basis at time 1, basis at time 2. We'll be looking for a change here, it seems. We will assume that a hedge is put in place at time T1 and closed out at time T2. As an example, we will consider the case where the spot and future price at the time the hedge is initiated are $2.50 and $2.20 respectively, and that at the time the hedge is closed out they are $2 and $1.90 respectively. This means that S of 1 is $2.50, F of 1 is equal to $2.20, S of 2 is 2, and F of 2 is $1.90. From the definition of the basis, we have B sub 1, $2.50, minus $2.20 equals 30, and B sub 2 is equal to 2 minus $1.90 equals 10. Consider the situation of a hedger who knows the asset will be sold at time T of 2 and takes a short position at time T of 1. The price realized for the asset is S of 2, and the profit on the futures position is F of 1 minus F of 2. The effective price that is obtained for the asset with hedging is therefore S of 2 plus F of 1 minus F of 2 equals F1 plus B2. So we got 2 plus 220 minus 190 equals 220. In our example, this is 230. The value F of 1 is known at time T1. If B sub 2 were also known at this time, a perfect hedge would result. The hedging risk is the uncertainty associated with B sub 2 and is known as basis risk. Consider next a situation where a company knows it will buy the asset at time T sub 2 and initiates a long hedge at time T sub 1. If you want to know what a hedge is, hold on. We're going to go through that soon. The price paid for the asset is S of 2, and the loss on the hedge is F of 1 minus F of 2. The effective price that is paid with hedging is therefore S of 2 plus F of 1 minus F of 1 equals F of 1 plus B2. This is the same example expression as before and is 230 in the example. The value F of 1 is known as time B sub 1, and the term B sub 2 represents basis risk. Note, the basis risk can lead to an improvement or worsening of a hedger's position. Considered a short hedge, if the basis strengthens, increases, unexpectedly the hedger's position improves. If the basis weakens, decreases, unexpectedly, the hedger's position worsens. For a long hedge, the reverse holds. If the basis strengthens, unexpectedly, the hedger's position worsens. If the basis weakens unexpectedly, the hedger position improves. Think about it. Comment. Why does this happen? Brad Williams, Frugal Finance. See you soon.